Hello and welcome back to Oliver Clapworthy Music. And today I'm back with another long form interview. And last week I interviewed Fran from Pack of Animals and Silvertree. Now today I'm going to be interviewing Zak Zaffiro from the Zaffiros and about their new single Alibi, which released yesterday. And I also made a video about it, so go and watch that as well. So I'm now joined by Zak Zaffiro of the Zaffiros. He was also in Iguanas. He was also in Die Twice. He was also in Bangers and Mash, my function
Too
band.
many band, too
Many
many band,
bands,
too
too
many
many
band.
bands.
Irons and Mash, I forgot about that band. Damn man.
So Zak's been in loads of bands. I might chat to him about all of them, but mainly about Zaffiros as they had a single out yesterday, and I did a review on it. So go and watch that. And I have no idea what the song sounds like because
You
I
haven't heard
haven't
it
heard it yet.
yet.
And so, Zak, what
Hello.
what is the so you released Strain 6 months ago? What's that been
Oh, has
like?
it been 6 months?
I think it's been 5 months.
Really? Um, time has flown by. That's quite bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a while ago. Gosh. What was your question? Sorry.
What's it been like since then? What have the Sephiro's been up to?
It's been a lot of behind the scenes, to be honest. Like we kind of did, we did our release gig after that, after we released Strain, and we kind of just got straight back into the studio because we were like, right, there's no time to rest. Like we've got so much to do. So we kind of just went straight back to the drawing board, started writing up some marketing campaigns, did more recording, wrote some songs. We also in this process we brought like a new member on board, Ted, because he'd been throughout all of this kind of process, even with Strain, he'd been in the studio with me at like 3 in the morning and we'd been recording together. And I got to a point where I was like, mate, just come on board. Like you're pretty much part of the band anyway. Like you might as well just like play with us because he was like helping so much with the parts and like we flowed so well off each other. We thought like it'd be a good transition. So we brought Ted into the band and the past like 4.5 months we've kind of like slowly been like transitioning and bringing him into like the sound and stuff. And I think we're really excited because we're playing our first, well, we would have already when this comes out, played our first show with him, Mr. Wolf's. And in the practice room, his parts have just been like fantastic. It's honestly been amazing just seeing the things he's been doing with his like guitar and like filling out the sound. Because obviously we've always been a three piece.
Yeah.
So just having that fourth member and that fourth kind of wall of sound just brings so much to it. So that's been really cool. And on top of that, he's been helping us in the studio and we've got like a bunch more stuff we've been recording for the future. So yeah.
So potential EP coming soon.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not going to say too much, but yeah, all these releases are like pretty much like pretty going towards a pretty exciting project for like this year. I'm not going to let too much out just yet, but yeah, it's definitely going towards a project that we're really excited for. It's been in the works for like a year now.
I'll
We had
bleep it out. It's fine. I'll cut it out. You can
yeah,
tell me I can keep a secret.
I trust you, Ollie. I trust you. Yeah, no, we had the concept me and Ollie like a year ago for like this particular project and yeah, definitely something on the horizon for sure.
Something on the horizon.
Yeah.
It's probably an album.
You have to see. You have to
Yeah.
see.
So if we bring it way, 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 way back to when the band first formed, what inspired you to perform and how did the band form?
Well, the band originally just started as a duo and it started like just me and my brother. We kind of started just playing music together in a butting club when we were like 12, like 7, 8 years ago, and we just started writing music. It was a lot more acoustic at the time. Like all we had was acoustic guitars and like a cajon. So we just bash out George Ezra covers or something, or do a Riptide cover or something. And then we'd go to open mics and we wrote a couple songs and and we just started like playing as a duo. That went on for maybe like 3, 4 years. It was quite acoustic stuff at the time, maybe a bit more bluesy. tiny bit more like funk inspired. And we then took on a bassist. We were like, right, it's time to fill the low end. We've been told too many times that it's missing something, so we brought in a bassist, and um, he unfortunately pulled out of two shows a week before they were meant to do them. This is when we were 16, so this is 4 years ago now. And we'd just gone into college, and I'd met Hugh Chamberlain doing a music course with him. And I said, Hugh, can you help me out, mate? We've just had our bassist pull out. Um, are you able to learn 20 songs in
20
7 days?
songs.
And he went, yeah, of course I can. So we had a practice like every single day leading up to it. We and he absolutely smashed it, and we were like, yeah, this is the guy, because the other bassist kind of, we parted ways with him just because like he was kind of doing his own thing, and we still love him, but we brought Shu on, and it's been like such a tight-knit family ever since, just the three of us. And he's been such an amazing addition, and it's just been so cool to see like the process of the past like 3 years, I'd say, just how the music has transitioned, and then now bringing on Ted, like just bringing it up levels each time sonically, as well as just like the ideas are changing, the genres are always blimmin' changing, more harmonies than ever. Like, so it's just really cool just to see how it's gone from like an acoustic duo to something that is just like a bit different and a bit louder.
Uh, do you have like a pre-gig routine, like something that you do before every gig?
Um, Take the piss out of each other. I don't know. I don't think we really have a uh we don't really have a ritual. Like I think we all kind of go into our own heads for a second, and just like we get a moment where we just kind of, we all understand that we all have our own like mental process of getting on the stage, and we all like to do it kind of separately. And then for the last 5 minutes, we'll get together, hype each other up, get excited for the gig after having like that calm kind of like mindfulness. And then we'll hype each other up, get ready, tell each other we love each other, and get on stage and smash it. So yeah.
So yeah, that's the pre-gig routine, just like
Yeah.
hyping each other up. Um,
Yeah.
Now you've probably performed like a ton of shows over the past few years. Is there a best performance you've done?
Hmm. I'm gonna say our single release show at Crofters Rights,
I was there.
because yeah, I
It's
it
because I
was
was there.
of course, Ollie. It's always when you're there, mate, makes the night. But yeah, we just released Strain. It was for our Strain release gig, and it was the first gig we'd had like a packed out crowd like sing back our song, and it was surreal. Like we all looked at each other like, "Fuck it out, what is going on?" Because we never had it before, really. Like we had the odd person know a track who'd come to a few gigs, and but we had like the entire crowd singing the words, and we were like, "This is insane. Let's do this forever, please." Like I think that was kind of the point where we went, "Oh, this is what we want to do for the rest of our lives." So I think that's definitely like the pivotal gig where we all like just were locked in and on board just to like keep gigging as much as possible.
Is there a worst performance you've done?
Oh, probably, yeah, there actually is. King's Coronation weekend. We're in Devon, in a village in the middle of nowhere. Um, and we were booked by this lovely guy. He was lush, and he was like, "Oh, we want you to come down." We were like, "Are you sure? Like, we're quite heavy. We play some like all original stuff." And he was like, "Yeah, of course, everyone will love it." And we get there, and we get about half an hour into our set, and this woman comes up to us and goes, "You've driven everyone away. Do you know any ABBA?" And I'm like, "No, we know a Jet
Oh,
song. Play that. We can play Are You
Jetson.
Gonna Be My Girl?" And we played it, and then everyone got up and danced for a song, and then we went back to originals, and everyone went away again. And then somebody got smashed over the head with a bottle. Just drunk dads got in a fight, and we were like, "What is going on?" It was a bit of a disaster, but it's definitely one we won't forget. That's for sure.
You could have just bashed out Tears for Fears instead.
Oh, we did. It didn't work.
Oh, because that was I love
Everybody
that song.
wants to rule the world didn't work. That's when you know it's lost. So it was an experience. We had fun, but yeah.
Yeah, so that was the worst performance. Is there a favourite song you've done? What's your favourite songs to perform?
Favorite song to perform? Hmm. Probably Grace, I'd say.
I
I'd
think
say
my favourite. Uh, See, the thing is, I only know so little of Zaffiros songs. It's probably I actually quite like Alibi at the
Alibi.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, when
that's
it
good,
was
isn't it?
performed at the Rough Trade show.
Yeah.
Quite like Whole World Watching. That's a good one.
What, the cowbell?
Yeah,
Cool, cool.
and
Yeah, we
then
like that one too. We always have that as our encore now. Just gets people clapping along.
and then probably Little Ghost as well because it was the OG
Yeah,
single. It was the first ever single.
yeah, true. That song, we don't play it live anymore. We should probably bring it back one day. But yeah.
Do it at like a Zaffiro's anniversary show or something. It's like
Zaffiro's when we're like 40 and
yeah,
old and fat.
when you like when it's like 10, just when 10 years since the band started, that's when you do it.
Well, do you know what, mate? You can send me a message in 40 years' time and go, I think it's time to play Little Ghost again. Whip
I don't know.
it
So as you know, I've been doing a couple more interviews.
out.
Like I've been doing this whole mini series, like for my channel.
Yeah,
And Thursday I interviewed Fran, but he doesn't have a question because I didn't know I was doing this interview at the time. But
yeah.
on Saturday I did, and I interviewed Fraser, and he wanted to ask what kind of opportunities does the fourth member bring along to the band?
Um, well, he's fantastic in the studio. He's an amazing producer. He's an amazing a multi-instrumentalist. He plays every instrument under the sun. I'll walk into a room and he'll be playing like an Irish flute, like doing some diddly dee stuff. Like he plays everything. So he brings so much to the band when it comes to songwriting because he plays so many instruments, so we can just kind of use that. And also like just kind of I think a more balanced view because we've been in it in so long and Ted is such a level-headed guy. So it's kind of like nice to have a fourth opinion, which is like a slightly more outside perspective because we've all been like micro kind of focusing on certain things for a while, and Ted goes, "Well, this is what I think," and then you're like, "Oh yeah, you're right, Ted. That makes sense." Like that makes perfect sense. So it's just kind of like that, the outside perspective, but also he's so passionate. So like he knows, and he also knows exactly what something needs when it comes to the finer details. So he kind of brings that extra kind of opinion that is valuable.
Yeah. So I wanted to know, was there a pivotal moment in your life where you're like, I'm going to perform? Like, what was your first like memory of music and wanting to perform?
I think it's gotta be I think I was 13 and it was my first proper show I'd ever been to. It was at the Eden Project and we went to see Royal Blood.
Okay.
And I used to be a huge Royal Blood fan, like huge Royal Blood fan. I went to see them and it blew my mind. Like I never knew something could sound so like fat. Like it just sounded huge. And I was like, I want to do that and I want to do it now. So I think that was kind of the point. But also my dad's also a musician and I'd grown up kind of like listening to him play and I'd always sit in a room with him and he'd be playing something and I'd sing along. So I've kind of always had him like just kind of playing music around me, which has always kind of subconsciously inspired me just to want to play music. Even if like I didn't think about it, I've always been surrounded by music, so it made sense that I'd want to do music. So I kind of have him to thank for that, and he's always been so supportive as well as my mum. Like they're literally like the driving force and help us out so much. So I think without them, we wouldn't have done half the stuff we've done. So I think that is definitely a big part of it.
Would you say? playing at the Fetler was a good moment in your career as well.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of my favorite gigs as well. I think that was kind of the point where because we'd been playing the Bristol scene for a while, but we made some really great friends from it. Like, not only did we have an amazing show and an amazing time working with John from We Need Bands, he's an amazing guy. We love working with him. But we just made some amazing friends and some amazing connections from it, and I think that's something we'll never forget. And we continue to gig with people we made friends from that gig, and we continue to stay in contact with people. I think it's just opened so many doors, as well as just so many like relationships that is just been inspiring and exciting to be around. So yeah.
Also, you had your fair share of event organisation as well, didn't you, with
I
CM
wouldn't call it
Fest?
organization, mate. I'd call it an event shambles, but yeah, I try.
What was that like?
Um, yeah, well, as I said, I got to work closely on an event with John last year for something called CM Fest, which is kind of representing a lot of bands on my course at uni. And because there's some fantastic talent like at this uni I'm at. Like there's such an amazing like variety of creatives and musicians, and I just wanted to showcase that. So yeah, I got into contact with John and I was like, let's make this happen. He was like, yeah, for sure. So I got to kind of like just stand by and be a fly on the wall and see John do his thing because he's so organized. So I kind of just watched in awe and watched how he worked, and as well as like got involved with like liaising with the bands and working on the door and stuff, and staying in contact with everyone who was involved. And it was an eye-opening experience, as well as something that was just super inspirational to be around, because once again you're surrounded by fantastic musicians who are just really nice, so you're bound to make like some close connections and some mates. So yeah.
Yeah, I've made a lot of connections through BIM and
Yeah.
also through my YouTube channel. Like,
Yeah,
people were coming up to me at gigs saying, I like your videos. I was
that's
like,
amazing.
how does that work?
Because you're creating a community, mate. That's the thing. Like
Yeah,
you're gluing like so many different bands together. Like even as like a viewer of your stuff, I've watched a lot of your videos, and like I found bands that I had no idea about, and I follow them on Instagram and see what they're doing now. Like I
yeah,
know everybody else who has watched your stuff has probably done the same, and it's just like building connections in community. I just don't stop it, mate. Like honestly,
yeah.
this YouTube channel is so cool.
Because it was like, it was not even a month into doing my channel, and I've been doing it for 2 months now.
Yeah,
And like, I've had people come out to me at, I watched a gig at the Crofters Rights, a band called Tough Luck headlined there from my course at BIM, and there was people coming up to me saying, Oliver, love your videos, and I was like,
amazing.
I don't know who you are, but hello, I'll
It
get to
must
know
be
you.
surreal. It must be
Yeah,
surreal.
it
Being
was
like, I have no
surreal.
idea.
Like the first few days of it,
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
Die Twice guys come up to me at Move and telling me I love my video on the first day I launched the channel, like
Awesome.
properly,
Yeah,
and which leads me swiftly onto my next question. So, as with all my interviews that I do, if I ever plan for a future interview, I ask for
yeah,
the interviewee to ask like the next question for whoever I'm interviewing next. So,
yeah.
what would you like to ask the Die Twice guys?
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, well, I had like the pleasure of playing the lads and like developing the early stages of the band, and I was just like wondering how do they feel like the sounds changed since the days of like Pumpkin Spice Latte, us like bashing out songs in practice rooms, and what are like some new inspirations for the sound they veered towards now? Because obviously it's changed quite a lot over the years.
Yeah, so what I'm making a note of this. What variations in sound since Pumpkin Spice Latte? Because that's a great song.
It's a fun song, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what was that like? The whole Die Twice for you? Like,
It
what was
was
that like for you?
it was an amazing experience. I mean, I have a lot of love for those lads because they're all just like genuine and just talented people. And it was amazing to be around. Like it was such a whirlwind. Like there was never a dull moment. There was so much going on at all times. And Ollie Bain is just like a ball of energy. So that was always fun. And like Finn and Jake and obviously now Billy, like they're all just lovely, lovely guys. So it was just a lot of fun. And like especially coming up as a musician, like as a young kid, like being able to experience something like that where you're playing big venues with your mates, like it's so much fun and it's something I'll never forget. And I still have a lot of love of those guys for those guys, and we still like stay in contact and stuff. So yeah, I just wish them all the best, and I know they're smashing it, and I know they're gonna continue to
Yeah.
smash it.
I mean, the first gig I saw you play at was Iguana's Wes Chamberlain Die Twice at the Cavern, and then again at the Phoenix a month
That
afterwards.
was so fun.
That was the last time I saw Die Twice play. That was 2 years ago.
Gosh, should have been 2 years.
Yes.
No, so you not go to the Phoenix gig last year?
Well, I couldn't. I was on a flight back home from America.
Nightmare. Oh, like hard life that going to America, eh?
Yeah, 12 hours. 12
Oh
hours later from the flight, I get back to the UK. I'm back in Exeter 12 hours after the gig.
gosh, that's a shame. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a good gig to be fair. The one they're doing at the Phoenix. That's
Yeah.
gonna be cool.
So my next question is, what challenges were happened like in the record? Is there any challenges that happened in the
That
recording
was a
of the
big
new
one.
single? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a big one. Yeah. So the single we're releasing was not actually meant to be the song we originally planned to release as our second single.
Okay.
So we planned to release a song called Grace first, and we recorded all of that. And we just we finished recording it and we just sat back and went, yeah, this is not ready yet. Like we need to release something soon, but this is not the one. We like to spend a bit more time on it. So we just cracked on recording the next one, which was going to be Alibi. And that came together in literally like just over a week. Like we had that smashed out. Everything was so easy. And we were like, yeah, let's just do this. Like this, we love this song. We might as well release it. It makes sense coming after Strain as well. It's kind of a similar vibe. So we're like, yeah, we'll release Alibi. And that was kind of the thing. But for a short minute, we were panicking because we were like, this song isn't ready. We don't have a single ready. What are we gonna do? But luckily, it came together and it all worked out in the end.
So yeah. Was there any like issues involved in recording Alibi as well, or was that just like a breeze, a
It was
smooth
super
journey?
easy. Like it came together so quickly. And also it was the first song like we properly had Ted on, like because we'd done Strain and Grace, I think I played all the parts I think I played all the parts. I could be wrong about that. But for this song, which is the first song that we properly like had Ted come on and play some parts because also he has like a really, really interesting tone, guitar tone, and a really cool like delay pedal. So we got that out and he laid down some really cool parts because we like I said we bounce off each other anyway and we write parts together anyway. So it was super easy. And because there was two of us just smashing out parts, it took I think maybe two, maybe three sessions to get everything done. It came together like
Okay.
just like that. And there wasn't really any problems like at all. There was one thing like we sent off the mix and we got it back and we're like there's a part missing, we need to we heard it, we're like this part needs this so bad, we need to record it quick. So me and Ted literally like legged it to the studio, quickly recorded this part and sent and said, would you mind adding this into the project? And Tom Corey, the guy who mixed it for us, he's fantastic. He was like, yeah, of course, we'll chuck it in, and he got it back to us the next day. So that was the only little hiccup, but apart from that it was brilliant.
So Alibi is now mixed, mastered, and basically ready to go.
Ready to go, mate. It's uploaded. It's just sitting there waiting to be released.
So at the time of recording, there must be a pre-saved link coming soon.
Yeah. Yep. I will send you the pre-save link and it'll be out on all socials and stuff. Is it?
So with the release show, obviously you would have done it at, as you're watching this, but what would it be like performing at Mr. Wolf's, or
Oh,
what would it
mate.
be like?
I I can't wait. I love that venue. Like it's such a cool venue. I know everybody agrees. Like it's such an amazing space. And we've always as the Zaffiros wanted to play it. And we were meant to be playing at the Crown on the Saturday, but unfortunately that got cancelled just due to some leakage at the venue. And we called up Mr. Wolf in a panic, like, "Oh, we need a show. Like, are you available?" And they were like, "Yeah, of course. Like, here's the ticket link. We're all sorted. Let's do it." They were so professional. So yeah, we're just so excited for it because it was so easy, and we've got like the fantastic Paper Crowns on board who are just like they blow us away every time we see them. So we can't wait for that. They're just a fantastic band. And also we've got New Relic, which is my mate's Sam Harris's band playing, and they sound cool. I haven't ever seen them live, but they sound really cool. I can't wait to see him because I've always said to Sam he's got an amazing voice and he needs to use it in a band, and I'm so glad he's doing it now. So I obviously I would have heard it when this comes out, but yeah, I've been really excited to see what those boys are doing. So yeah.
Yeah, and New Relic seem to have blown up from nowhere. They've been doing gigs. They've already performed on the Phoenix main stage. They're doing the Cavern in 2 days' time. They've announced that.
Have
And
they?
yeah, they're
Oh,
doing I think it's a free gig at the Cavern, but they're
oh
doing
yeah.
loads of shows.
Nice. I think Ash actually mentioned that to me. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Nice. Yeah, no, they're smashing it. Like I think they're gonna do well. Like they've got some funky cool music. So I think they're gonna continue to like pull the gigs in. And yeah, Sam's like I said, Sam's got a great voice. So they're bound to be a good band and he's a great guitarist. So
I did forget to ask, was there a least favourite Zaffiros song to perform?
yes, we don't play it anymore, but we had this song called Don't Wanna. I don't think you would have heard it, but we used to play it. For the first like 2 weeks, we loved it, and then after that, we are like, "Oh, this song, we hate it. Like it's awful." So, and we because we needed to play like longer sets for a while, we did a couple of gigs when we needed more music, so we just had to put it in there and kind of grit our teeth and get through it. But we all hated it, so I think that's a song. It's also kind of from the old era of Zaffiros, which was a bit more contemporary. We've gone a bit more prog, a bit more alternative rock in recent years. So it was kind of that area, and we are kind of just desperate to let it go. So that's probably like our least favorite song, I'd say. But it's not like we hate it, but it's just of a different era, and we're excited to like move on to different and better things. So.
What do you mean by a bit more prog?
Well, we like weird time signatures. Like we're little nerds. Like well, I say we, me. I love prog metal and stuff. Like I love Tesseract and all of that shenanigans. So so yeah, we've kind of been steering towards not so much like full on prog, but incorporating some more like technical like rhythmic stuff in our music. Especially like we're in the process of writing a new song, which is kind of like a good merge of Alibi meets our heavier stuff meets our slightly proggier stuff. Like it's kind of a marriage
Ooh,
between all three sounds.
ooh.
Oh,
I feel like that sounds really interesting.
I can't wait for people to hear it. It's the first song we've written with Ted together as well, and it's sounding sick. So yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Because I've been listening to more prog lately because one of the units in my instrumental skills lessons in uni is prog.
Is
So
it
we
nice?
had
What have you been
to
listening to?
there's a song called Sounds of Muzak by Porcupine Tree,
I
if you've
love
heard of that
Porcupine
one.
Tree. That's cool. My mate loves Porcupine Tree as well. That's cool.
Because like Gavin Harrison drummed on that one and we've had to learn that song um like through like the weird time signatures
Is
stuff.
Gavin Harrison? Is he the one who's in Pineapple Thief?
I think so, yeah,
Yeah. He's a great drummer. Yeah.
yeah. And I've also got back into listening to Rush lately
I mean,
because
can't go wrong with Rush, can
yeah,
you? Tom Sawyer slaps. Like, yeah.
it was Rush and Yes, and the keyboardist Rick Wakeman is in
Yeah.
Yes, if you've heard of
Nice.
him. And
I
I met his son,
did you?
Adam Wakeman. He's touring keyboardist of Black Sabbath, and Ozzy Osbourne and Tony
That's pretty,
Hadley.
that's
I
quite
think I think I
quite a
have
list of people.
a picture of myself with him.
Let's
Let me
see.
find it. I don't take a lot of pictures, so it's easy to find. This is when I just got used to my new phone, but you
Oh
can
yeah,
barely make
just
out
about to
that's him.
see it. Nice, nice.
Well, when
Where was that? Sorry,
I was
where do
scrolling through the photos just now, and I found this one.
you? Good old release gig. Nice,
Yeah, but
nice man.
that was at BIM because they put on master classes.
Yeah,
I think there was one the other day where it was the guy who brought Nirvana to the UK, and yeah, I couldn't get to that one because it was
no,
like
fair.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no,
But
fair enough, mate. Yeah,
yeah,
no, I love prog. That's cool that you're getting into it. That's really
yeah,
cool.
I've been getting into more. I don't like to say it, but been getting into like more pop stuff.
That's mate, that's
Like
fine.
take
No wrong with
that, take that, because I've grown up listening to Take That. I'm going to see
have
them in
you?
June.
Are you?
Mm.
Cool. Oh, that's really cool. You're a middle-aged woman in the making, my friend.
Well, because my dad grew up, he didn't grow up listening to Take That. He was 19 when they split up in
Okay.
the 90s.
Yeah.
But it's what I've grown up listening to because it's my parents' stuff and my grandparents'
Okay.
stuff, and yeah, just runs in the family, doesn't it?
Awesome, man. Are you excited to see him live?
Yeah. Um, it's the first time I'm ever seeing them live. Probably the last. Hundred
Yeah.
quid. 100 quid a
What,
ticket.
100 quid? That is steep, even for take that.
Yeah. I'm going to see Suede and Manic Street Preachers at the Eden sessions,
Nice.
which will be good. And then I've got loads more gigs booked in. I've booked in three of them during the Easter holidays.
Cool.
Obvious reasons are doing two shows.
Nice.
Obviously, I interviewed Fraser, which is coming out next week on my channel.
Cool.
Um, and
Excited.
he's very excited about those gigs.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm the sole ticket holder of one of their shows.
Which one's that?
They're doing a gig with Foxhole
Oh yeah.
and Poppy Show,
At the Cavern.
and yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm the only ticket holder as of so far.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Hopefully that will change.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
I've always imagined a private gig, but I don't want it to just be me.
not quite that. Yeah. How's Fraser doing? Have you been
Uh,
speaking to
yeah, I spoke to him. I did my interview with him on Saturday, of course, but
him?
he's
Yeah.
doing really well. Like he's loving life, it seems.
Yeah, he's smashing it. Oh, for a 17-year-old, I don't know if he's still 17, but he's
He's
so
just turned 18.
but still for a 17, 18-year-old, he's so organized. Like the amount of like events he's done at that age is insane. He's gonna go far. Like he's got his head switched on with all that stuff. I think he knows it as well.
That's
Like
twice now. He's been given a shout out in an interview. Frank gave him a shout out as well.
did he?
Yeah, because we were talking about the Exeter music scene,
Yeah.
like how it's still going the way it is now.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm not gonna lie. I think obvious events is kind of the sole reason a lot of like grassroots music is picking up in Exeter. Like I think Fraser's got a lot to be proud for. Like I said, like I think he knows that he's like really onto something cool and like there's a gap in the market there. But no, Fraser's always been switched on. Like I remember meeting him. I think properly met him for the first time in Plymouth at the Rock Bottom Bar and obvious reasons for supporting us. And he just came across as like a lovely guy, and he talked to everyone. Like he literally is just lovely, like easy to get along with. And I remember like meeting him out in Exeter and stuff, and he just immediately be talking to people he didn't know. Like he's so good at networking and just like making people like feel welcome. Like yeah, I think he's got a talent there. Like I definitely think he should pursue that.
Yeah,
And take it across the UK. Like I know he's doing gigs in Bristol now. Just take it even further. Like I know he will. But I could be wrong, but I know he's considering going to Bar Spa Uni at some point. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, he messaged me that before.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I told him about Bimins and I said, you should come. And he went, no, Bath
Bar
Spa.
Spa. It's better,
Well,
mate. I'm sorry.
I'm still thinking we should do a BIM times Bath Spa
I
gig.
think we should. I would be so up for that. I think we should do it. I mean, there's so much great music in both cities. I think we should do it.
We could do a obvious events slash BIM slash
Bar
Bath
Spa.
Spa. Just take over the exchange.
Just
Do
take
the
over
exchange.
everything. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We could do like a gig in Bath and a gig in Bristol, and then have like the BIM bands come to Bath and the Bath bands goes to Bristol.
I mean, I'd be well up for doing it, but I can event organise to save my life.
Mate, I'm is the blind leading the blind, but we should do it. So
I mean, in all seriousness, I would consider it.
yeah, I'll be up for it. Let's have a talk about it for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
yeah, because Crofters Rights is a great venue.
Yeah.
Like, could do it there. And yeah,
No, Crofters is cool. Crofters is really cool. Exchange is cool, but I think Crofters is definitely cooler. Even
yeah.
like the Crown or something, or something along that street would be cool. Like Mr. Wolf's or the Crown. Even like getting Comedia in Bath, that's a cool event. You get some cool bands there.
What venues are there in Bath? Like, what type of
Um,
venues?
there's Comedia. There's Vols. There was Moles, but that's shut down now. So yeah, there's not too many. Moles is like the main one. There's St. James Wine Vaults. It's a cool little venue. We played that the other day. It was cool. No, I think yeah, there's not too many. I think St. James Wine Vaults, Bellin, Comedia. I think those are like the main ones and Vols.
I think with Bristol, there's Golden Lion. I went to a gig at the Golden Lion
I
recently,
played
and
online. Yeah,
that was good.
yeah,
Because I saw a band there on Thursday, and they were really good.
yeah. I
And
met
yeah.
Seneca at Gold Line. That's where I met them.
Oh yeah, didn't Iguanas do a gig at
Yeah, I
Golden
got.
Lion?
Yeah, we supported them there, and that's kind of like where we kind of got in touch with them.
And then they performed at the Iguanas headline.
They did. They smashed that. That was a great gig. That was a great gig.
Would you like to talk more about that gig on here?
Yeah, why not?
Go for it.
Yeah, no, that was like, I think that was our first proper headline, and I remember it was a great night because Ollie Baton from Die Twice, he was working with Tom and Ryan at the time, and they made a band called like a three piece called Montrouge, and they opened the night, and that was really cool. And then Seneca came, and that was really cool. Like the entire night was just so great. It's one of those nights where like when you headline, you question like if you were the best band of the night because everyone was just so good. Like the quality was so good. Even if we had the crowd, like everyone else was amazing. So I think that's definitely one that all of us are going to remember for a long time. Especially Ollie. Like I think he misses frontmanning. He loves Zaffiro's beat. He wants to get out behind his metal cage of a drum kit and just jump around a stage. Like so I think he misses kind of like frontmanning, and I think that's a show he really enjoyed doing.
I mean, I only ever saw Ollie frontmanning before I watched Zaffiro's first time live at the Phoenix for the
Yeah.
college gig 2 years ago. And I
Yeah.
was like, Ollie's a drummer? Question
Yeah.
mark.
Mate, that's so weird because it's normally the other way around. People go, Ollie's a singer. Like they normally know Ollie as a drummer first and then singer second, but I guess when we started to go on, is like lots of people knew him as a singer first and a drummer second. So
Hmm.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
obviously you did Clat's TV show last
Barry's
year.
TV. Oh, I remember that. I remember that day because I had to travel down early to do the show and head straight back up. No, to do your show and then head straight back up to do a gig. And I literally remember just like running for the train, doing your show, running back to the train, running to the venue. Like it was a hectic day, but that was good. Because Who else did that? There was a
It
couple other bands.
was Obvious Reasons, Lois and Eva, so half of Venus Blue.
Nice.
Uh, you guys did it in Silvertree.
Oh yeah, Silvertree. Is Fran still doing Silvertree?
They're taking a break now because like most of three of the members are still in Devon, and
Oh, fair
Fran
enough.
and Mary in Bristol.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good day. I remember you sneaking Ollie Baton into the college.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I
That
forgot
did
we
not go down well with my teacher
did it
because
not.
he just came in and said, "Is Ollie Baton in the Iguanas?" Like, no,
Who was it? Was it John Pill?
no, it was Sam.
It was Sam. I
So I
forgot about
accidentally snitched on Ollie
it's
because
fine.
I was like, "No,
I
he's
don't think
not."
he cared. I don't think he would have cared. No.
I think
Gosh.
no, that's not the last time I've seen him in person. No, because I saw him. Yeah, I saw him at the Obvious Reasons release gig.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a hectic day for me because I had the flight back home from America 2 days
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I did a normal day at college, which I was just tired.
Yeah.
Did that Tuesday. I did the Clatters TV show, which was
Hmm.
tiring. Then I had
Yeah.
work that night.
Gosh,
And
mate.
then on the Wednesday, I did a gig at the main auditorium of the Phoenix. I
Mhm.
played in the big band.
Did you?
Yeah. Um, on the Thursday and the Friday, I helped out with EDTV. So
Mate, you
that's
must be shattered.
yeah, that was the least college I did in a week of college. I
That
mean,
sounds tiring. That sounds knackering. Was
yeah,
it good? Was it good?
I think it was one of the best weeks of my life doing that.
Really?
Yeah,
That sounds like a lot of fun, to be fair. What was like your favorite part of that week?
I think probably the Clatters TV show. I really enjoyed like taking on a project that big
Yeah.
and
You seemed
organising
yeah.
everything.
You seemed in your element, to be fair.
Yeah,
Like you just smashed that out and like it was all flowing fairly well. Like, yeah. No, it seemed like you were enjoying that.
yeah,
But
because
are you gonna do you reckon you'll do like another Clatters TV
um,
kind of thing?
I mean, BIM don't have the facility to do that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd like to say I would, but I don't know where I can get into a studio and
yeah,
record and get full camera of people in.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have anything like that at all.
They have a green screen studio, but it's not big enough to fit like a drum kit in there or any guitar amps in there.
I'm just trying to think where you could do it. Do they have like practice rooms and stuff?
Yeah, but with Clatter's TV show, it took up so much planning. It was
Yeah,
literally 3 months of non-stop planning, like messaging people, emailing various people,
yeah.
like try and get everything moving along. And
It was
then
well though. It came together
yeah,
like really well.
I remember you guys doing Forefathers, and you were originally meant to do. I can't remember what the song is. Left Behind. Is that a song? Is that no?
Um, I haven't played the songs in about a year. Let me think.
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
called See Your Face.
I see your face. Yeah,
Yes, that one. Yeah,
yeah,
you
we
were
did.
originally meant to do that one, but then couldn't get the guitar amp working properly,
Yeah, yeah. So he switched it up. I remember that.
and then did Hold Me Down instead, which was my second favourite song.
So it all worked out well then.
Yeah, and Silver Tree was good in the TV studio. They smashed it that day.
Yeah, they were cool.
Obviously, the interviews as well. I was a little bit uncomfortable because it was my
Yeah.
first time doing anything like that.
Were you nervous? Was it like nerve-wracking?
Yeah, because it was really nerve wracking. It was
Yeah.
like, because there's now I've got a camera in front of me and it's
Yeah,
natural.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Did you like
And
kind of, did you warm to it as the day went though, as you did bands?
yeah, I think it was like because I think I did Iguana's interview first
Yeah,
because you had to get your train, and I was
yeah,
like slowly but surely getting into it, and then I did Silver Tree interview, and that was just
yeah.
hilarious because I had to listen to Fran talking about his favourite genre for 10 minutes.
That was a long interview, I remember with
Yeah,
Silver.
it was like because I first time looked at the numbers yesterday as I was going back
Yeah,
through my channel and looking at the
yeah.
analytics, and it was like so. I remember Iguanas go on at 8 minutes into it. They're on for 19 minutes. Silvertree go on at 27 minutes and finish at an hour and three. I did want them to headline, but headline they did.
Fran was just waffling.
Yeah,
He was going on about his passion, I guess. You
yeah,
can't fault him. Can't fault him.
yeah.
No, he's an articulate bloke, to be fair, so that makes sense. He's passionate about his music, so adds up. They'd want to talk about his music.
And what was Bangers and Mash like for you?
Brilliant, mate. It was interesting to do actually play with you because I talked to you for about a year, and I was like, oh, I'm playing in a band of clatters. Like, cool. No, it was fun. It was nice to come in and just like play bass and be like a fly on the wall and just like enjoy playing covers and not having to worry about writing material. Like it was fun. Um, yeah, no, it was good fun. Um, it was nice to work with some people I hadn't really worked with before. Like you, like I had never worked with you before. It was fun to like bounce off you as like the rhythm section. That was cool. Yeah, it was good. How do you find it?
The only thing I really remember is that move gig and Lucas shouting your flat tune up.
Oh yeah, gosh, that was stressful. Do you keep in contact with him at all?
Um, I keep in contact with the guitarist from Zaffiros. Can't remember the name for the life
Yeah,
of me. Um, and I occasionally keep in contact with Kat, and I occasionally keep in contact with Lucas. But
yeah.
I
Is he?
was I was
Where is?
oblivious to the whole move into the when that happened, and all
It
I could
was
hear during Yellow was dun 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 dun. Dun. It was
all I could hear in my ear was Lucas going, "You're flat, you're flat." I was like, "What? You're flat? You're what?" It's just yeah. Gosh, he's in Coventry, isn't he? Doing a degree
yeah.
there. Yeah, no, I haven't spoken to him in a while. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, and that's the only. Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember Ollie Bayton talking to me that night, saying that Die Twice are doing the gig and he wants Bangers and Mash to support.
Did he say that?
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Amazing. Love it.
Yeah,
Cool. We'll do it. We'll do
that never happened.
no, it was a one-time thing anyway, to be fair.
Yeah,
So we'll get a reunion at some point, like I said. Yeah.
yeah. But I'm really looking out of all the gigs I'm going to this year. Really looking forward to 30th of May when that
Yeah.
comes around because it's Die Twice, Pack of Animals. The Pack of Animals guys are doing some mad things in Bristol.
Yeah. They're
Um,
selling out.
they've sold out the Louisiana. They've sold out the Phoenix
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah.
They sold out Art Club the other day, which was really good. And
Amazing.
they've been doing some interesting stuff. And when they perform at the Phoenix with like the 500 capacity, really good PA
Oh,
system,
it's gonna be amazing.
have
That's gonna
you
sell out quick, I
have
think.
you booked your tickets for that one?
Not yet, not yet. No. I need to. I need to figure out what I'm doing and then book a ticket if I'm free. I'll try be there though. It'll be nice to see the boys in action
Yeah,
because I haven't seen them since last April, I think. So it'll be cool to see what they've been up to. I know they've Died Twice have written a lot of new tunes as well as like Pack of Animals. Like they supported us last summer and they were cool. And then I've been watching their Instagram stuff and like the new addition of Fran on like the Simps and stuff is really cool. Like it really gels.
yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting to see like how their sound has changed from the last time I saw them. Yeah. Yeah.
It occurs to me we've been a bit all over the place with this interview, so this is turning into a podcast. This is a podcast now.
Cool. Love it,
But
mate.
with the Die Twice stuff, I watched that like 50-second clip yesterday. I was like, wow.
Sounds
Like,
great. Does
yeah.
sounds proper good.
Yeah, I've asked them to have the acoustic guitar on hand for their interview
Yeah,
because
that's
I've got it so that their single comes out on the Sunday, interviews on the Saturday, so people wouldn't have heard the song, so they're gonna do
yeah,
a like 40-second snippet of it
that's sick.
acoustically.
That's so cool. That's really cool.
Do you have
No,
a do you have a guitar on hand with you now for Alibi?
I don't, unfortunately. I'm sorry, mate. I would, but I don't have one. No, I've got an electric guitar, but I don't have an acoustic guitar with
No,
me.
never
No,
mind.
yeah, I'm at my girlfriend, so I don't have my stuff with me, unfortunately.
So my final question would be, why do you not use a guitar pick?
Oh, because I'm an idiot is the answer. Um, because I started playing guitar and I was stubborn and I was like, I don't need a guitar pick. I don't need that. And and I started playing guitar like a weirdo and it worked somehow. And I don't know, it never really occurred to me to like use one because I figured a way that worked for me. And and I just never look back. I probably need to learn to use one for certain techniques, but maybe one day. Today is not the day, but it will happen one day. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm an idiot who decided to be stubborn is the answer.
Do your fingers not like hurt when you go to hit like the bass string?
They used to, they don't anymore. They're used to it.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
But if
it's
if you were doing some like crazy melodic metal like Apathy are doing,
yeah,
like you probably need the pick.
yeah. I probably would. I'm nowhere near that level. Like those boys are cracked at guitar. I wish I could play guitar like that, but no, I if I was playing melodic metal, I'd probably have to use a pick. But no, those boys are insane. Even though I used a pick, I couldn't play the way they play.
Yeah. So thank you very much for your time
That's
today.
great. All right.
So thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to give this video a like, subscribe and share it around and listen to the Zaffiros new song, Zach would very much appreciate that, and thank you very much for watching.